Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, which means it's time for your favorite podcast to release another episode. So why are you here? Anyways, I'm Lucas Stein. Welcome back to Sports and Other Things of the Sorts. And today, it's that time of year. No, not Easter. WrestleMania weekend, baby. Let's go. We have SmackDown today. Yes, I'm recording this today. We have SmackDown today with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the Hall of Fame ceremony, then Night 1, Night 2 of WrestleMania, and then the Raw after WrestleMania, which is the best episode of Raw ever, most of the time. Woo! And with WrestleMania season right here, right on our doorstep, it's time I do the stereotypical content creator thing and release my predictions for who I think is going to win WrestleMania matches, whether it be the main events or the mid-card titles or, just the grudge matches, whatever it is. It's always fun to do these predictions. Now, the last time I did the predictions for anything, I failed miserably. Granted, I don't think anyone could have predicted John Cena turning heel in the way that he did. Nonetheless, I still did bad. So let's see if we can get back on track. We will have a special guest. Colin will be back. I regret even asking him because he wouldn't shut up about it for a week. But he will be back. He'll only give his predictions on the championship matches, maybe the triple threat between Punk, Rollins, and Reigns. But I don't want to sit here for a 2-hour episode. So, without further ado, make sure you hit the, I'm going to say it, make sure you hit the follow button, and I'm done. Okay, always respect each other online. Just be good people. That's all I ask, please. All right, we're going to start with night one. This is just in the order of the graphic. I don't know the actual order of the matches. I do know who's opening and closing night one, but I'm not going in that order. I'm just going in the order of the graphic. So to start off, we're going to go with Jade Cargill and Naomi. I think it's fair to say that either one of them could probably win. Stop. He's doing the Jade Cargill thing. Leave that to the professional, please. Anyways, I think it's fair to say either one of them could win. I do think... Oh, man. I think it'll be Naomi because I feel like Bianca Belair will get involved somehow and Jade Cargill is going to take her eye off the prize and Naomi's going to do something dirty because she's the bad guy in this situation. And then Bianca is probably going to get messed up in her match by, honestly, either one of them, Jade Cargill or Naomi. I don't know if Naomi and Bianca are friends. Maybe it's a Bianca heel turn. I don't know, but I do think Naomi is going to win because Naomi's a little poop head sometimes. All right, the next one is the United States Championship match between LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. I don't think it's going to be that. It's going to be a good match, but I think Jacob Fatu is going to win. This dude is dominant. He is scary. He's powerful. And storyline-wise, I don't think LA Knight has the chops to beat Jacob Fatu because Jacob Fatu can take 17 chair shots to the head and get back up. However, also story-wise, just business-wise, because I will go there, they're in on, WWE is in on Jacob Fatu. He's got, a 286-day undefeated streak, I believe. He hasn't lost a singles match in 286 days. And they're gonna push this guy to the moon at some point. And I think it's the right move to do because Jacob Fatu is very good. I also think it'll probably lead to a Christian Cage Luchasaurus type situation where Luchasaurus was the champion, but Christian Cage called himself the champion. And I think that'll be the same-ish with Jacob Fatu and Solo. Solo will start saying, this is our accomplishment. And Jacob Fatu Solo will try and push Fatu into the shadows of himself. And I think it'll lead to a Fatu face turn, which would be very cool, but I also think he's too mean to be a true face. But yeah, Fatu will probably win. He'll walk out the United States champion, and that'll lead to something, hopefully with Solo at a PLE at some point, because I do think Solo Sikoa needs to get back on the storyline train a little bit. He's just kind of been existing. So I think that's what it will lead to. Now we're going to bring in Stupid over here, and I'm going to ask him what he thinks. Colin?
I think Jacob Fatu's going to win.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Fatu's going to win with great insight, might I add. Oh, my word. Okay, next on this graphic, it's the New Day versus the Raw Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. Now, I don't have Raw. I don't have Raw. I don't have Netflix. I said this last week. I rely on YouTube to tell me kind of what's happening and clips from that and to tell me what's going on. But I haven't even seen much of this. So, I'm just going to say War Raiders are going to win because the New Day stinks. New Day stinks. New Day stinks. Right? It works. Should I even ask you? Okay.
I can't see much of it either. I've done YouTube, and I haven't seen any of this at all. But I think New Day's going to win.
Okay. Cool. All right.
What was wrong with that?
Next, we have the WrestleMania debut of El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. This is not a title match. This is just, like a Jade Cargill-Naomi situation. It's just rivals fighting. And, props to El Grande Americano for getting on his first WrestleMania. It's a huge accomplishment, especially in your first 2 months in the company. That is something incredible. That is something of legends. Now, I will say I'm a little disappointed because Chad Gable does not have a match at WrestleMania, and he is way too good not to have a match at WrestleMania. I'm with, you look at Santi's app. He agrees. I agree with him because he said this stuff first online, so I guess he was the originator of this. Chad Gable is pound for pound the best wrestler on the main roster, and he's been sick. Oh no, so I guess we can't give him a match. That's not true. Chad Gable was just fine, and I know he was just fine. He could be on WrestleMania. He could be facing Rey Mysterio instead of El Grande Americano. However, I do think El Grande Americano is one of the best, if not the best, luchador of all time. So this match is going to be very, very good. Now we move into the world title picture. What?
That last match. What's your prediction?
Did I not say?
No.
Oh! El Grande Americano is probably going to win. He's going to do some heelish things. He put that metal plate in his mask and then headbutted people. A flying headbutt, which is a move he probably stole from the more deserving person, Chad Gable, but he was still able to pull it off, which is impressive. But El Grande Americano, he's a heel, he's a bad dude, and he's a good wrestler. So when you combine a bad guy with bad antics with a great wrestler, you got someone who's going to be tough to beat. So I think El Grande Americano is going to win. What?
I think his mask is going to come off at some point in this match.
You're crazy.
And
no, stop. No, I'm moving on. World title picture. We're going to start with the Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, the champion, versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is probably going to win because, as Santi Zap said, there are 3 things that are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning every world championship opportunity she's presented. Colin, what do you think?
I think Tiffany Stratton's going to retain.
You haven't been a fan of WWE for too long, have you? No. Okay, next, the World Heavyweight Championship, which will open the show, I believe. I believe that was made official. Jey Uso, the challenger, versus Gunther, the champion. Now, if Gunther hadn't cut that promo last week on Raw, I think it would have been very clear that Jey Uso was going to win. But I think that promo on Raw that Gunther cut was very good as a reminder that this is still Gunther. This is the guy that had a historic 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion. This is the guy that has been a champion in the company, that's including NXT, for 80% of his time here. This is not some flash in the pan. He's proven himself time and time again, and we needed to remember that even after Jey Uso's promo 2 weeks ago on Raw. However, from a business side of things, I think if Jey Uso loses, he's permanently buried. Because he had an opportunity to beat Gunther at Saturday night's main event, correct? And he failed. If he fails again, he's done. I think as a singles competitor, he's done. He's won one championship. He held it for less than a month, and he needs to win. So I think Jey Uso is going to win. I like Gunther. I would rather Gunther win, but I do think Jey Uso is going to win. I'm not even going to ask the freak next to me because he's already doing the yeet thing. So we're going to, what? All you're going to say is Jey Uso's going to win. Yeet.
I got more.
He has more, folks.
Jey Uso's going to win. Yeet. He's going to beat Gunther. Yeet.
All right. I'm stopping you there. Do not.
I
Nope.
actually have a real prediction.
You just said the prediction.
And then at the end of night 2, he's going to come out when somebody retains their championship.
No. All right, the last match for night 1. The triple threat match for custody of Paul Heyman, I guess? I don't know. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, and the best in the world, CM Punk, who I hope this is true. I believe Living Color is going to do a live performance of his theme song. Ah! I love Living Color and CM Punk. Awesome. Also, CM Punk coming out with Paul Heyman in his corner, yet Paul Heyman is going to be loyal to the Tribal Chief, but he also owes Seth Rollins a favor, even though that's not how a favor works. I think the story to this has been not as bad as people think it is. Because the promos have been really good. It started at the Royal Rumble. It's only continued to grow. The favor loomed over. He got the main event, but then there was more. And now you take away Paul Heyman, the Tribal Chief's wise man. You take him away from Roman Reigns. That's huge. Because Roman Reigns has effectively lost everything. He lost his cousins a long time ago. He lost Solo Sikoa. And now he's lost his wise man. He is alone, in a sense. I'm sure there's going to be a moment when Paul Heyman is going to have to make a decision, and he won't. Or maybe he will. Maybe he'll make the shock decision and side with Seth Rollins. I highly doubt that, but that would be cool. Nonetheless, I think Seth Rollins is going to win because CM Punk and Roman Reigns are going to be too focused on who gets Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins is going to be able to take advantage of that. Colin, what do you think?
I think Seth Rollins is going to win, and I do think Paul Heyman is going to side with him, and I still believe that this match should not be the main event.
No one cares where you think this match should be on the card. I don't care. Match is still happening. Your World Championship match is still happening. Everyone's going to be yeeting in Las Vegas. They're going to be yeeted out of their minds by the end of the show. And I think this is going to be a very good WrestleMania Night 1. Those are my predictions for WrestleMania Night 1. I'm going to end this episode here, and we're going to record another episode for Night 2 because I don't want to make you listen to a 20-minute episode. So I will see you in about 30 seconds if that's when you click play.